There we go. I just remembered to set it. There we go. Okay. Can you hear me now? Oh, yep. I can hear myself now. Okay. So you can definitely hear me now. All right. Let's see. Okay. So I'm going to give it a few seconds before I start this stream, Soto, just to see if anyone else joins or if this is just you. Does everything sound like at a good level? Yo, what up? I don't know this Sean Merrick guy, but welcome. Yo, what up, my boy Shami? Oh, Shami, I'll hop in call in just a second. Yeah, I'm in call now, Shami. No Soto. No Soto. Alright, so yeah, I'm just gonna give Soto. Alright, Shami a second to hop and call. Fucking no Soto. Because you're gonna just join and start saying shit, and you're not gonna let me talk. Because I know that's what you do when I try and explain the match anyway. Alright, but yeah, I think I'm gonna start now. So, what's up, guys? It's your boy AA around 2 for 20, bringing you guys our semifinals and finals matches for the USL, and we're here today to prove once and for all that actually wait, all right, so we're here to finally have our semifinals and finals matches up. So we're up against Retro Surge in a best of 3 that went to 3 games. Then our finals went to Quinn, and that was 2 games. So we're gonna get into it. So I'm just gonna switch sides and then reset it. All right. So yep, we're gonna start now. So basically, I led off with Donphan here, mainly because I figured that I can get up rocks. I figured he only has Delmice for hazard removal. Rock's a nice chip. He's gonna switch a lot with like Rotom. Oh yeah, this is 3 months late. Originally, even if I did upload it on time, it was gonna be like 2.5, 3 weeks late. So I figured there wasn't a point. But yeah, so yeah, we're gonna start now though. So I figured I can just bring in Donphan though. Originally I was gonna get up rocks. I didn't want to lose a sturdy though, and I figured that Taiga, our Magearna, could take any hit we really needed from Rotom, because I believe we were Assault Resistant. Well, no, we were Akaberry. I remember, because Shuckaberry didn't come in handy too much last match. Actually, maybe we were Shaka. I forget which, but we were one of the two. But I figured I could just go for Flare Cannon. Nothing else he really wants to switch in on it. He has no Steel type whatsoever on this 6. So I figured I just spam Flare Cannon. Then I went for Energy Ball again because Gastron was in, and I figured that was going to take a lot. Then I believe I think I went for it again. No, I switched into Choice PC Virus, right? And I figured I could just go for I could just take the hit. And then at the hit, I figured I'd just go for a Toxic, because nothing on his team would take a Toxic. Figured it was some safe chip damage right there. And if I got the chip damage off, I could just recover and stall out his Gastron fairly easily. Sadly, though, he also has Recover himself. Hold on a second. Shori, I can't control the lag. It's my fucking internet. Sorry about the lag, though. Hold on. Maybe let me just try closing out Discord. Sorry, Tommy, you won't be able to join call. But I'm going to quit Discord just to stop the lag. Alright. So, I'm also going to close the actual stream, because I still have the chat open. Alright, there we go. That should probably help my internet a lot. Alright. So yeah, so I figured that with the Toxic damage, I can get off any chip I need to, outstall this thing. Worst comes to worst, I go into like Suicune or something, or I could possibly go into Hitmonlee and just chip it off. So I figured I would just go into Taiga. I didn't really know what to do, because even though I figured I can go into Suicune, I really didn't want that getting Toxic either. So I went into Magearna. I figured I'm burned if he wanted to try and do anything, and I could just kill off with an Energy Ball. Didn't want to take the Earth Power though, but luckily he didn't go for it. At the same time though, he kind of does force me out at this point with almost anything he brings in, like Zygarde for example, because even with my Berry, I can't take a hit. So I go back and Choice PC Virus. This is like my only Mon besides Suicune that really wants to take a hit from this. But even then, it's not well. Like, as you can see there, I'm going to die to another 1,000 arrows. Or, oh, wait, no, shit, I lived in the roll. That's right. Because I remember, then I killed a Zygarde and then just died of Toxic. So that's Shori's PC Virus over for this match. So then I figured, okay, Zygarde's gone. So that's like the only real threat to Zard X at this point. But I figured I still wanted Rotom gone just because it definitely does do a lot, but it's not a threat. So I just went for Fake Out here. I figured that I could do decent damage against his Rotom with High Jump Kick and Fake Out. And I kill it off. Luckily, he doesn't switch into Delmise there to take a hit. So that was really lucky on my part. I felt like I got extremely lucky there. So then Mega Carnivore comes in. I figured I still definitely want Hitmonlee around, even if it's just to chip off later in the game. But luckily, I didn't need Donphan too much, so I figured I'd just switch it in, just sack it off. Even though I did have Magearna, I could switch it at the same time. It was really low, and I figured I definitely wanted to get it in to just kill it off. But I figured I could just go for the Ice Shard and Donphan, get some chip before I brought in Magearna. Because between the burn and the 2 Hyper Voices, I would have died. But sadly, this was definitely some decent bulk because I was able to take my Flash Cannon, making it so I did die to the 2nd Hyper Voice, as you can see there. But on the bright side, though, I have not offensive the Hitmonlee, and I believe I just went for Fake Out, but sadly, though, he goes into Delmise. Oh, no, I went for Bullet Punch. Okay, so at least I got chip off. But he brings in the Delmise, though. Though, luckily, he's finally in range because of the Bullet Punch, where Knockoff kills Delmise. Otherwise, I believe it did 96% max, whereas because of the Bullet Punch, no matter what I killed. So I just click High Jump Kick here. Figure no matter what, if he kills me off, oh well, free Suicune or free Zard. And at this point, it got him low enough to the point where I kind of just win. He doesn't really have anything he can touch me with. My Zard definitely outspeeds. Same as my Suicune taking a hit no matter what. So I just go for Scald, kill the Hariyama, and I believe I just win the game with Suicune right here because he definitely cannot kill me off. So that's game 1 right there because as you see, we do live the Energy Ball, and he does not take a Scald at 3%. Who would take a Scald at 3% besides like a Gastrodon? So game 1 does go to us. However, best of 3 for playoffs. I don't know why, but best of 3 for playoffs. It's not my lead to run. So that was game 1. Game 2, we're here. Same teams, obviously. Didn't change a thing. So we're currently 1-0. As you see, though, it is... I told you at the beginning, it's 3 games against Retro, so you do know who won this match. Yo, Retro, the handsome guy is the guy who kicked your ass. That's who. But anyway, yeah. So I figured I'd lead off with Donphan again. Worked well last time. I could get off rocks again. I figured I didn't seem to need it that much as I thought I would, so I could just lead off with it, get some rocks up. Pressure switches a lot more, and I could just spam Earthquake till he gets me out. But he did Whirlwind me out, actually. I thought he was going to kill me off. Oh, I should probably set this to normal. So I figured I didn't want Suicune against this. I didn't want to take a lot of damage or to lose an item. So I just bring back in Donphan. I just go for Earthquake because he's definitely taking decent from it. So he goes for Earthquake himself, however, though, which means I can just kill him off this turn with another Earthquake, which worked out really well for us because Hariyama's gone. That means that Porygon 2 is pretty much safe as long as I don't get Toxic. So he traces our Sturdy, but it really doesn't matter because he lost the Sturdy anyway with the rocks. So I bring in Taiga the Magearna. I figure I'm taking a hit. I'm at full health, so no matter what he wants to go for. He decides to go for Energy Ball, probably kill off Donphan, even though Hyper Voice probably would have killed anyway. So then he goes into Rotom, probably his best mod to take this on. I just spam Flash Cannon. And Flash Cannon doesn't really do that much. Pain Split doesn't get him much back anyway. So I go for Energy Ball, 2 hit KOs no matter what. So as you can see there, the second Energy Ball... Oh no, that's right. Pain Split brought him back up. 7 Energy Ball didn't kill. But it kills this turn though, because even the Pain Split wouldn't get him up high enough. It would only get into around 40-ish%. So he brings Delmise to take the Energy Ball. However, I switch out here. I don't know why I switched out, to be honest. I switched into Elephant. But luckily I went for Energy Ball. Ice Shard at least. But sadly Donphan dies here though, which sucks because I could have switched it on Zygarde potentially, gone for an Ice Shard. So I bring in Dark Spyro here, our Zard X, and I go for a Dragon Dance. And I figured at this point this was very easily game. However, he goes for Earthquake on his Delmise, and I completely forgot Delmise got that. So I am now in range where Zygarde's E-Speed kills me off, or if he gets a... Oh no, sorry, he didn't have rocks. He couldn't have gotten rocks up later game anyway. But Zygarde definitely killed me off. So E-Speed revenges shot me fucking hell. So I brought in Porygon 2 though. I figured I'd just Ice Beam. And then Ice Beam does bring it to the point where a second Ice Beam will kill the Rotom. But I believe that he got speeds. So he probably went for Pain Split there or some shit. Yeah, he went for Pain Split. And at this point though, he is still in range from an Energy Ball or Flare Cannon, or really anything besides Flash Cannon. But sadly though, between Donphan Sturdy breaking, also Magearna getting weakened, I am now not in range to take a take a Hyper Voice from Gardevoir. So even though Gastrodon dies and I kill that off fine, I sadly cannot take a Hyper Voice, which means I don't really have much left that wants to take this thing on. So, as you see, I have Hitmonlee here. I don't think Hitmonlee kills with Bullet Punch anyway, but even if it did, I still definitely didn't kill it off. I go for Fake Out, though. Oh, no, sorry, because with Fake Out, I killed it off with Bullet Punch, but I couldn't just kill it off with Bullet Punch anyway. So I killed off the Rotom, though, and then Rotom's dead. Hitmonlee's here. Zygarde comes in, though, and Zygarde at this point, like, breaks my team. Xiaomi, fucking hell. I know what you linked to. So he goes for Outrage, though. At this point, Outrage kind of just kills my entire team. I don't have much that wants to take on an Outrage at all. As you see, that was my best wall besides Magearna, though Magearna still didn't want to take this thing on regardless. So Suicune comes in. I figured I could just go for... I believe I just went for Ice Beam, yeah, to kill off the Zygarde. And... yeah, he goes for the Energy Ball. 2 it KOs my Suicune, which sucks ass, because I couldn't kill off his Gardevoir in time, which means that he ends up being able to kill me off with Energy Ball this turn. And that is game, because even though I believe I kill off his Mega Gardevoir with Bullet Punch here. Yeah, I kill off with Bullet Punch, but sadly I definitely can't take it. I definitely cannot kill a Zygarde with any hit in my arsenal. I don't even think High Jump Kick kills. It might, though, but I don't think it kills. But he killed me off with Extreme Speed regardless. So, that was game 2, and Retro won game 2. So, as you see, we did have a game 3, as I mentioned in the beginning. So, game 3 again, same teams. And again, there is, in case you couldn't tell from me saying this is a semifinals and a finals upload, we won this game. But I figured we're still here. This is game 3. This is a very close game. So, let me just switch sides, because, I want to be on my side. So, we left with Hitmonlee this time. I figured that he led off with this Hariyama last time. Xiaomi, keep the spoilers out of the fucking chat. And you know what, Soto? I accidentally deleted the old one, so I don't have the other one to upload or to put here. And I want to show off the new graphics. But yeah, Xiaomi, stop spoiling the match. No spoiling the Bandit Burmy. Comes in at the end. So I left with Hitmonlee, though. Figured I can knock off whatever I wanted. He left with Hariyama last time. I figured I could fake out, knock off that, or do High Jump Kick, because I did 90% in the first game. So I figured the Hitmonlee was the best match. So I went for Porygon 2, though, on the Delmise, and then I doubled because I figured he was definitely going to switch. No, I switched out on the Hariyama because I figured he was going to go for Close Combat. So then I go into Elephant, and I figured I can get up rocks, because no matter what, I'm getting up rocks. So, at this point, I go into Zard, takes the power up perfectly fine. And I just went for Flare Blitz here, though, because I knew that last time what happened when I tried to set up. So, I didn't want to have to worry about having to die to Earthquake. So, at this point, though, the Delmise died and Gastrodon came in. I wasn't going to take a Scald or an Earth Power too well. So, I go into Elephant. Figured I could take a Toxic or a Scald, even though it would kill off Elephant. I don't need it at this point, because I really just wanted Rocks up and his Hazard removal is gone. So I just go for Seed Bomb, because that did about half to Gastrodon, as I knew it would do about half. And luckily, though, he doesn't kill me. I'm surprised. I thought he was going to go for Scald or some shit. But luckily he doesn't, though. However, his Hariyama takes it perfectly fine. So Elephant is dead. And then I figured I can go into Taiga, just click Flare Cannon. No switch-ins at this point. So Magearna is now at -1, though, because of the Flare Cannon. Same time, though, I didn't think too much of it. I figured it was pretty fine. I have Suicune pretty healthy, so I figured Suicune can come in, takes an Earthquake. I don't know why he didn't have 1,000 arrows, though. 1,000 arrows would have been perfect. But it's fine. It's fine. So I go for Ice Beam, though, on the Zygarde, because, you gotta attack what's in front of you. Hold on, I gotta read that. You're lucky. Oh my god. Fucking hell. Fucking hell, Shori. I mean, to be fair, it's still going up, Shori. So fuck you. But anyway, so yeah, I figured I could just set up with Suicune, though. I believe I had Scald, Ice Beam, and Hidden Power Grass on my Suicune, as well as Calm Mind. So, yeah, I went for the Calm Mind there. Shori, the Zygarde switched out into the Rotom Wash, dipshit. So I go for the Scald, though. Doesn't do actually that much at all, so I know he's definitely a really bulky Mega Gardevoir. And he kills my Suicune, though, which sucks ass. But I figured I can just I believe I just went for Bullet Punch. When I went for Fake Out, then Bullet Punch. Right. Alright, so I end up doing enough to kill off, but I go for Knockoff instead on the Gastron because originally my plan was Bullet Punch on the Mega Gardevoir. Oh, I'm sad that Dustin doesn't care I'm streaming. So anyway, though, the Zygarde came in. I figured I don't think I switched out. Well, no, I did switch out. Switched into Zard because I figured I really didn't need Zard at this point. But he goes for E-Speed. And then I go into Magearna because I know at this point he's banded Zygarde. I know 100% he's banded or Scarfed. So I go into Magearna, go for Flare Cannon. And between this and the next play, I end up being able to kill off... I think I kill off Gardevoir. Yeah, and being able to kill Gardevoir with the Energy Ball. Oh, yeah, that was a crit. That's right. That's why I killed it off. I mean, to be fair, though, would have died to the next Flash Cannon anyway. But, shit, I end up scrolling. So anyway, though, I end up being able to do enough chip to Rotom to the point where I can just come in, sack off my Zard, even though he surprisingly didn't kill it. I really meant for this to be a sack and then just go into Hitmonlee and kill. But he luckily gives me some HP back so I can win with a better differential. He does kill me off with E-Speed, however, though, which sucks ass. But I figured Taiga can come in, Taiga can take the E-Speed well, and I can just go for Flare Cannon, and that is game. So we beat Retro in the USL Semi+Finals. You know what? I should be watching Semia stream. I'm only streaming this because people got on my case about it. So anyway, though, we get to Quinn's match. Me versus Quinn in the big finals. He named himself Big Terror this week because it was his friend's birthday, Big Terror. He also named all his mods Big Terror. Different from the rest of the season. But anyway, I figured I'd bring in Trick Room against Quinn because he wants to just Jolteon, Mega Lop, potentially Arcanine if he wants to run speed in that. So I figured I would bring Trick Room. I figured Trick Room did really nice against his team. Sadly, though, you'll have to see in the match. But my main fear... Oh, yeah, before I start, my main fear in this match was Mega Lop because I really didn't have many switch-ins to Mega Lop because the only thing I had that was not going to get to a KO by Mega Lop was Amoonguss. But the thing about Amoonguss was it died to Arcanine. It was easy for Scizor to set up on. Also, Diggersby did a lot to Amoonguss as well. And those are just the mons that he brought. He also had Goodra, which is able to take a hit, Sap Sipper up, and then able to just start spamming like Draco or Flamethrower or Fire Blast. So I didn't really want to bring Amoonguss this match. Everything else was 2-hit KO'd 100%. So I'm naming off the mons I was scared of. Shori YT. So anyway, though, I figured I could still play around it with Trick Room. That's what I thought in my plan. Magearna was able to Trick Room up. It could just start spam Flare Cannon. Only Arcanine was a switch in. So, and I lead off with Toxic Horn because I figured I could Volt Switch out no matter what, or just go for Toxic. Volt Switch out mainly if it was something like, for example, Scizor lead, because I couldn't Toxic a Scizor, or like a Mega Lop lead. So after I Toxic, though, I figured I can go into Magearna, take any hit. If you want to go for Toxic, Flamethrower, whatever, I could easily live. So I believe I ended up clicking Flashkin when I went for Trick Room, right, because I want to get Trick Room up. But he brings in the Arcanine, so I'm forced out. I go into Suicune because I figured that Suicune could easily kill off the Arcanine. No problem. So he brings in the Arcanine. I have my Suicune in, and I figured that I took the hit fairly well anyway. But he does go into Jolteon here, and I got the sub up because I figured that even if he brought in the Jolteon, I was able to take a hit and at least attack what was in front of me. But he tanks the Shadow Ball. I figured I would at least do a little bit more, but sadly I couldn't. So I ended up switching out here because even with the Spit F drop, I'm not killing and I'm losing my Suicune. So, Retro, I'll send it to you after it's a match. But I traced the Volt Absorb. So luckily I traced the Volt Absorb and I was able to get some HP back from the rocks and get another Trick Room off. So I switch out here because Mega Lop is going to kill me off 100%. I go into Toasted Corn, our Zapdos, and he actually doubles into Jolteon, which I guess worked out a little bit better for us, but not great because, again, I could just bring in Shori's PC Virus, and hopefully he goes for an Electric-type move here, which he ended up not. Sadly, he went for Hidden Power. Probably did something like Hidden Power Ice or something for the Zapdos, but anyway, he brings Scizor as I go for Ice Beam, which does like jack shit, but Scizor is able to tank that, and I go into Zapdos because I have Heat Wave, and he actually doubles with U-Turn, So again, he really has the momentum this match. Even though we have Trick Room, he's the one that's really keeping up the pace, keeping up with all of our switches. We don't really have much at this point because now Zapdos is too weak to take any hits. So I figured I just had to roost up and hope he didn't attack, which luckily he did. He went for sub, but at the same time, not really lucky because he's able to freely return us. And as you see, it did about 57%. So luckily for us, though, we broke this sub because if we didn't break the sub, Megalop would have just 6-0'd us. But this is still a big problem, though, because Donphan is our best mon to take this on right now. And even then, offensive Donphan, because we're banded Donphan, because as you see, he has like no switch-ins for it. But at the same time, though, we have nothing that really wants to take on Megalop. It's sort of a back and forth to see who can really wear it on the other person's team first. So I then switched into Magearna because I figured I could take on any hit from Clefable again, as I mentioned earlier in the match. And at this point, I believe I just went for another Trick Room, though I may have went for Flash Cannon. I forget which. I went for Trick Room because I figured I could beat whatever mon he wanted, and I could also just bring in like Donphan, for example, on the Arcanine, or if he brought in, let's say, Diggersby, I could have brought in, actually, to be fair, I would have brought in Donphan like anything he had. But Earthquake, again, the very spammable move this match on my side. So Clefable is down, so at least I'm not getting 6-0'd. And also, in addition to that, at least I could set up, though I don't think I brought any setup, actually, now that I think about it. May have been on Suicune, but Scizor takes about 60% from Earthquake, and he has counter, which completely blows me back. Otherwise, Donphan would have been able to sweep through his team, and I could have gotten some decent kills, maybe even won the match. But counter, nice play for Quinn, shoutouts to that. Luckily, though, I can bring in Porygon too and just go for Thunderbolt. Though I don't have much at this point, again, that wants to switch in Megalop, as I said, it's a common theme of this match. So I figured I could go in Suicune, just sack it off. I didn't really need it this much, the match. All I really used it for was Diggersby and Arcanine, both of which you had ways of killing it off. So I just go for Scald, hoping I can burn, because I did live the hit, as you can see. But sadly, he was able to kill me off, again, with the Megalop. So Suicune's down, Zapdos down, Donphan's down. Fuck off, Soto. I bring in the Mesprit here, however, so I could try and Trick Room up and then go for Psychic to kill it off. But because he brings in Diggersby, I go for Healing Wish, because I figured that, one, I could scout his move, two, I could bring in Magearna, and because I'm at full health, or practically full health at this point, I can just go for Flare Cannon and kill off the Diggersby without having to worry about an Earthquake or switching in on it. But I go for Focus Blast instead, because I figured Arcanine can come in, and Arcanine still tanks that hit. I thought I was going to be able to at least do half or more, but it turns out he is Arcanine, which means that he could take practically anything. So at this point, though, we have two Mons, neither of which that wants to take a hit from Megalop. And I go for Recover here because I figured that we are going to be perfectly fine taking a Thunderbolt from Jolteon. Figured it was fairly easy to do that. So I just go for Trick Room here. I'm able to hit off a Recover. And this ends up being sort of a stall war. So I'm just going to click fast, just speed it up, just because it's sort of just a stall war here between his Mons, trying to be able to actually beat off Quinn by stalling him. Though sadly, with how this played out, I end up losing the stall war because between the Thunderbolt here and he ends up Thunderbolting again, which I have to go for Trick Room, which means again I go for Recover, but this gives him the opportunity to bring in Diggersby. So Diggersby here is able to end up going for Earthquake, which is about half, which means I'm stuck going for Recover. Or I can go for Ice Beam, try and kill it off, which sadly, I don't kill it off, and he unthaws out immediately. If he didn't thaw out, I may have been able to still win, but again, didn't work out that way. So luckily, though, I can kill off the Diggersby with Magearna, and I can make it so that way then. Jolteon, again, can't kill me off, so I go for Trick Room, luckily. Focus Blast kills Jolteon, and I'm thinking to myself, I definitely lose because I'm Life Orb. So no matter what, I die, even if I kill off this next mon with like a crit. So he has E-Speed though, Preserving Differential. I see you there, Quinn. And fuck off, Soto. I like my hair this length. So yeah, we lost game one though. So now we are on to the match that decides it all. So let me just switch sides though. So he lives with Megalop. I lead off with Magearna. I figured that again I can take one hit no matter what. I just can't switch in. So I figured I can go. I believe I went for Trick Room here because I figured that I can definitely, when I went for Flare Cannon, I don't know why I went for Flare Cannon. I should have went Trick Room because then I could have outsped whatever came in and then just went for whatever coverage move needed. But I went into Suicune here though. I figured I could take, I didn't want to take a Toxic, but I figured I could take a Flare Blitz potentially. So sadly though, my Suicune is toxic, which is very bad this match because one of my only Muns I can really take on Mega Lop remotely well. But at least I burned the Jolteon, so that's nice. I can get the burn on it, chip damage right there. Because it's not leftovers or anything. I believe it's Specs Jolteon. So I end up being able to just go right from here into Elite Four walkthroughs or Mesprit. Because I figured I could just go for U-turn on whatever comes in. Or I could just go for appropriate coverage remove or Trick Room, depending on what came in. So he did bring a Clefable though. And it's Unaware Clef. So I figured I could just go for... I believe I just went for Flash Cannon here. Or Trick Room. I forget which. Yeah, I just went for Flash Cannon because I figured I'm doing decent damage. Soto, I already told them it's 3 months late. Fucking hell. So I end up going for Flash Cannon, for Flare Cannon here, because I figured if he had any switch-ins, I'd be able to kill him off. And with Unaware Clef, even if he stayed in, I wasn't gonna be living because Unaware I couldn't get the special attack drop actually counted on me. So he then goes for a turn on my Suicune, does about half, and sadly though, I believe I just sack at this point because, well, I attempt to sack because I figured no matter what, he kills me off. But luckily he switches out, which means I get Scald, weaken the Jolteon a little more. Soto, I'm not plugging the Season 2 champ. I stayed in though because I figured I could sack. Luckily though, he goes for HP Ice, so I kill off Jolteon, which means it's a big momentum on his team that's gone. But at the same time, the Suicune dies. So that means that I lost one of my best Mega Lop and my best Arcanine answers for that matter. Because all I have left is Donphan, which is not defensive at all. It's not your birthday. So he goes for Fake Out here though. Does about 21%. So I believe that I live one return. But at the same time, I figured that I just want to kill it off with Thunderbolt. I didn't really want to switch out because if I switched back in, I definitely couldn't take it. So I went for Thunderbolt though. He brings in Diggersby and gets off Agility as I go for the Roost. And this +2 Diggersby, holy shit. This thing does a lot to my team in general. But luckily I was able to chip it down with my Zapdos and Heat Wave as he proceeds to go for a turn. And with his Life Orb, he's chipping himself down a lot, but at the same time, he's outspeeding my team. So if he's 2 at KOing my Porygon 2, I figured that I need to definitely get the Trick Room off. Because if he is Trick Room, well, if I do Trick Room up, I outspeed and I can just go for a cover, wait for him to kill himself with Life Orb, luckily. So luckily, he does kill himself with Life Orb within this turn, and next turn is, well, no, he switches out. I thought he was going to kill himself off. Oh, well. Well, I'm at 84%, and Mega Lop is in here, so I definitely can't stay in. I can't stay in regardless, but I bring in Donphan, figured that no matter what he wanted to go into, wasn't really going to take on Donphan well. So I go for Earthquake, though. Earthquake kills off the Diggersby, and I think at this point, I feel like I'm really confident in myself. I think I can actually potentially win this game, but I also forget that Suicune is gone, and I'm relying on Donphan to essentially take on every single mon he has left. Because Porygon 2 doesn't really do much, and really all I have it for is just to sack to Mega Lop from here. I'm not plugging your channel, Soto. So, yeah, I bring in the Mesprit here because I figured that I can definitely at least go for Trick Room here, and then plan my next move accordingly. I think I went for Psychic. I'm not sure, though. I went for Healing Wish. Why did I go for Healing Wish? Oh, yeah, I went for Magearna, because I needed Magearna 100% in this match. Go for Focus Blast, and sadly it does not kill his Scizor. His Scizor, no matter, I don't know what it was, but his Scizor was fucking GOAT this match. Same as that Arcanine, like, holy shit. But he brings in the Arcanine, though, and I kind of have to just stay in, because I don't want to make my Donphan, 1, get burned, or 2, take more damage than it needs to. But at this point, I know it's game, because the Arcanine definitely can, well, the Arcanine definitely is a sack. But at the same time, once Trick Room runs out, he's able to just chip off me between Scizor and his Mega Lop. But I can at least kill off Arcanine, so again, it helps my differential a little bit. But at the same time, like, his Mega Lop is definitely going to do decent. Because Fake Out does about 18. Then I believe the Ice Punch does... Oh, no, he goes into Scizor. Oh, no, that's right. He goes into Scizor, because then between the Fake Out and Return, he kills me off. That's what it was. Or it was High Jump Kick, I forget. Oh, no, he brought Drain Punch, not High Jump Kick. But he goes for Fake Out here, does about 20%, and I'm at 36%, which means I'm definitely not in range to take a return. So that is the game there, though. That is my USL Finals match. So this is finally out there, even though you could have already seen it on Quinn's channel. In fact, I believe I plugged it in one of my videos. I think it might have been my HBL draft analysis. I forget what, but I know I at least referenced that this was over in one of my videos. But that is it, though, for our USL Season 3. USL Season 4 will actually be starting up July 1st is the first upload. We're mid-draft right now, though. So draft analysis will probably be up a week before. So that would be June 24th. No, Soto, I'm not stripping a cam. You didn't get 1,000 free tweets, fucker. But yeah, so that's going to be it, though. If you guys enjoyed, leave a like down below. Even though I know this is very rushed. I only uploaded it or streamed it just to get it over with. As Soto wants me to mention again, it's 3 months late. But I didn't really care because, like, one, it's not like I just didn't upload it because I lost, because I also didn't upload the match I actually won. And two, if you want to see me lose, just watch any of my NPL matches. I lost like 2/3 of those. Along with, like, oh no, I deleted FBL because of shit that went on with them, because most of them are asshats. But yeah, though, so that's it for USL Season 3. Season 4 will finally start up, and, you know, at least I uploaded my last match, Retro fucking Surge. But yeah, peace out, guys.